Hey everyone, welcome. On this channel, we're going to get into an advanced look at the story Disastrous Necromancer. Come with me as we unravel the journey of Lin Moyu, from his beginnings to him becoming a force to be reckoned with in a mysterious new world. If this story sounds like something you'll enjoy, please like, share, and comment. Your support helps us keep providing these in-depth looks into the world of Disastrous Necromancer. Now let's continue.
The sword energy was incredibly dazzling, illuminating the land. Lin Moyu's skeleton god generals, each like a small god sovereign, unleashed their power. Although they didn't have the diverse methods of a small god sovereign or earth-shattering spells, their attack power was not weak at all. 100 skeleton god generals simultaneously unleashed sword energy, creating a powerful destructive force that even small god sovereigns would find hard to resist. Amidst the overwhelming sword energy, mountains collapsed, and the giant beast howled in agony. The giant beast was torn apart by the sword energy, its golden scales shattered, and blood flowed profusely. The formation simulation is very realistic. The giant beast's various behaviors were no different from those in the real world. A small god sovereign level giant beast had incredibly strong vitality. It flew out against the sword energy, pouncing towards the skeleton god generals. The giant beast was incredibly fast, crossing thousands of miles in an instant and appearing in front of the skeleton god generals. Its body was tattered, covered in blood, and most of its golden scales were shattered. Its massive body became its most powerful weapon, crashing into the skeleton god generals. With a loud bang, the ground shook, and the entire world trembled. A dozen skeleton god generals were sent flying. The giant beast opened its massive mouth and sprayed corrosive mist, enveloping a group of skeleton god generals. At the same time, it swung its head and bit down, trying to crush several skeleton god generals. Its teeth exerted force, trying to bite the skeleton god generals into pieces. However, the skeleton god generals were incredibly sturdy and not easily crushed. The skeleton god generals that were sent flying quickly flew back, wielding their sharp bone swords and slashing at the giant beast. Each slash cut off a large chunk of flesh from the giant beast. The skeleton god generals enveloped in the corrosive mist also charged out, appearing unscathed. They too raised their swords and slashed, cutting off large chunks of flesh from the giant beast. In the blink of an eye, the giant beast's body was covered in wounds, its bones exposed, and blood poured like a waterfall, staining the ground red, creating a gruesome scene. The formation seemed to have even simulated the smell of blood, which Lin Moyu could smell from a distance. Lin Moyu frowned. This smell of blood seems too real. The smell of blood was not a real scent but a sensation from the soul. A small god sovereign level giant beast's blood contained vast laws, and the smell of blood would spread along the omnipresent lines of the laws to all corners of the great world. The giant beast continued to howl, and the smell of blood grew stronger. Lin Moyu sensed something was wrong. It was too realistic. Even if the formation simulation was very realistic, there would still be some differences from reality. Apart from lacking a soul, other differences could be noticed upon closer inspection. However, the small god sovereign level giant beast before him seemed no different from a real giant beast. Lin Moyu's heart stirred, and he switched to undead vision. A massive soul fire was burning fiercely. No wonder it feels so real. Lin Moyu finally understood that the giant beast before him was not simulated by the formation but was a real giant beast. The 4-star regions competition used a combination of reality and simulation, with both simulated and real giant beasts. Seeing this, Lin Moyu realized that undead vision had regained its usefulness. He could use undead vision to find those giant beasts and then kill them. If my guess is correct, the tokens should be obtained by defeating the giant beasts. In that case, I might be able to obtain multiple tokens. Eliminating a few people shouldn't be too difficult. If he could obtain multiple tokens, Lin Moyu felt he would have the initiative in this competition. With this in mind, Lin Moyu no longer wanted to tangle with this giant beast. With a thought, another 100 skeleton god generals appeared and joined the battle. Sword energy crisscrossed the land, and the giant beast howled in pain. It had already been at a disadvantage, and now it was completely overwhelmed. In just 1 minute, the giant beast was killed. When it died, its body was already in pieces, with flesh scattered all over the ground, looking extremely miserable. After its death, a light descended from the sky, enveloping the ground. The giant beast's body turned into light particles and disappeared, and the ground was restored to its original state in an instant. At the same time, a golden token appeared. Sure enough, the tokens can be obtained by killing the giant beasts. Lin Moyu picked up the token, which had the character 3 engraved on it. This corresponded to the 3rd stone tablet. Before he could put the token away, a strong light shot into the sky, illuminating a large part of the sky. Invisible waves spread out, and a large area of light appeared in the sky. Lin Moyu looked up and saw a beam of light above his head, reaching the sky and connecting with the formation. This is a guiding beacon. Lin Moyu immediately understood what was happening. It was similar to the situation in the ancient battlefield of the small world when he obtained the primordial rune. He could imagine that everyone in the competition now knew he had obtained a token and could find his exact location through the guiding beacon. Lin Moyu didn't mind. He was eager for someone to come to him so he could eliminate them himself. He released another 1,000 skeleton god warriors and began searching for more giant beasts in the competition arena. As he obtained the token, the other 15 contestants received a notification from the Human Emperor Network. Contestant number 1 has obtained a token. The formation has activated the guiding beacon. You can find contestant number 1 by following the beacon. Asterisk. Everyone saw the beacon in the formation and could find Lin Moyu by following it. Dongfang Zi looked up at the sky. Lin Moyu, you're fast. Enjoy your moment of glory. It's not time for our battle yet. Sooner or later, I'll have a proper fight with you and show you who's number 1. Dongfang Zi's eyes were filled with anger and defiance. Cheng Fei received the notification, glanced at the sky, and then ignored it. Her attention was focused on a giant beast 10,000 meters away, and she raised her azure sword. Shui Xilin arrived at a lakeside, her gaze fixed on the calm water. Zhao Hong, you said there's a big guy in here, right? On her shoulder sat a small, fiery red spirit, the size of a fist. The spirit spoke in a language only Shui Xilin could understand. Yes, it's a very big guy. Shui Xilin smiled sweetly. How big? The red spirit stretched out its hands to show, as big as the master. Shui Xilin understood that there was a small god sovereign level giant beast in the lake. She murmured to herself, the stone tablets are in the tribes, so the tokens should be on the giant beasts. Lin Moyu has already obtained a token. Just now, Zhao Hong sensed the aura of battle, which should have been between Lin Moyu and a giant beast. Lin Moyu's combat power is indeed strong, easily killing a small god sovereign level giant beast. But I'm not weak either. Her eyes sparkled, and she formed runes with her hands. 3 puppets appeared beside her, each resembling a swordsman, carrying long swords, and standing about 5 meters tall, exuding a formidable aura. Shui Xilin activated the 3 puppets, and their eyes glowed red. Shui Xilin frowned slightly, seemingly under some pressure. Controlling puppets also had its requirements. With her strength, controlling 3 small god sovereign level puppets was already her limit. Let's begin. With a soft shout, Shui Xilin pointed her finger, and the laws erupted. The lake surface exploded, and a massive creature emerged from the water. The skeleton god warriors swiftly moved across the battlefield. With the presence of the light speed lich, their speed was incredibly fast. Lin Moyu quickly found the second giant beast. Even from thousands of miles away, the soul flame of a small god sovereign was still eye-catching. Upon finding the giant beast, the skeleton god generals quickly surrounded and attacked it. With the combat power of 200 skeleton god generals, they easily crushed the giant beast. By the time Lin Moyu arrived, the small god sovereign level giant beast had already been torn to pieces. The light of the formation enveloped the ground, and the corpse had already turned into light particles. Lin Moyu didn't even see the true form of the giant beast. Under the power of the formation, the ground was restored, erasing the traces of the battle, leaving only a token. Lin Moyu picked up the token, which had the character 5 on it, corresponding to the 5th stone tablet. Not bad luck. With both the 5th stone tablet and the token found, he could proceed to the second layer at any time. But he didn't plan to leave just yet. Now that he had found the second token, it meant at least one person would be eliminated. If he could get more tokens, more people would be eliminated, and he could even control who gets eliminated. Having the initiative, why not? As Lin Moyu obtained the second token, everyone received a notification from the Human Emperor Network. Contestant number 1 has obtained the second token. The formation has activated the guiding beacon. You can find contestant number 1 by following the beacon. Asterisk. Everyone was stunned. Dongfang Zi stopped in his tracks, incredulous. How is this possible? How can he be so fast? No, I must find a token quickly. I can't be outdone by him. Cheng Fei, who was fighting a small god sovereign level giant beast, felt a jolt in her heart. The second token, which means someone is about to be eliminated. Her sword strikes became even more fierce, unleashing earth-shattering attacks. Shui Xilin looked at the nearly dead giant beast not far away. Lin Moyu is really fast. Am I really going to lose? All the small god sovereigns realized that Lin Moyu was truly powerful. They also knew that someone would inevitably be eliminated on this layer. Trying to snatch a token from Lin Moyu was almost impossible. Now, 2,000 skeleton god warriors were searching for tribes and tokens, and 200 skeleton god generals were ready to respond wherever needed. Soon, Lin Moyu obtained the third token, which was numbered 1. He also found more stone tablets in the tribal fortresses. The aliens in the tribes had been completely cleared out. Unlike Lin Moyu, others couldn't leave people to guard the stone tablets. Outside the arena, countless eyes watched the competition. Lin Moyu's performance was in their eyes, and many people showed excited expressions. Lin Moyu has obtained 3 tokens. He's too strong. He's definitely going to win this competition. He's still looking for new tokens. Each additional token means one more person will be eliminated. Lin Moyu is completely dominating this competition. Lin Moyu seems to be going too far. Will those who haven't found tokens team up against him? Very likely. I think Lin Moyu should stop while he's ahead. Stop? No way. He should take all the tokens and solve the problem once and for all. Even if they team up, Lin Moyu has 200 small god sovereign level summons. They might not be able to beat him even if they join forces. Everyone had different opinions and thoughts. The 4 domain lords also watched the competition. Zhu Tian didn't say anything, but his expression betrayed his good mood. Lin Moyu's performance was outstanding, far surpassing the others. Bai Binger saw that none of her Star Region's contestants had found a token yet and felt anxious. These guys, why are they so slow? Wu Da was in a much better mood. Shui Xilin was about to get a token, and as long as she got one, entering the second layer wouldn't be a problem. Wu Da laughed. No need to worry, what will come will come. Bai Binger glared at him. You turtle, are you itching for a fight? Wu Da smiled at Bai Binger. A good man doesn't fight with a woman. Yi Qingshan, the domain lord of the Azure Dragon Star region, also looked displeased. Although Qing Fei was about to get a token, the other contestants hadn't even seen a token. At this rate, only one person from the Azure Dragon Star region might enter the second layer. It's embarrassing, considering the Azure Dragon Star region had 4 contestants in the top 16. If 3 were eliminated on the third layer, it would be a disgrace. But he said nothing, just watched quietly. At least he had a bottom line, which was better than Bai Binger. Unconsciously, he glanced at Bai Binger, whose expression made her feel extremely uncomfortable. For a god sovereign, face is everything. Bai Binger gritted her teeth. It's all Lin Mohan's fault. She had to break through to god sovereign now. Couldn't she wait until after the competition? I'll have a good talk with her after this. The usually silent ancestor of the Shu family suddenly spoke. I advise you not to mess with her. Her breakthrough to god sovereign was facilitated by Saint Hao, Lin Lao, and Lady Yu together. Bai Binger was stunned. Not only her, but the other 3 were also stunned. What kind of situation is this? When did beings at the Beyond the Shore level start caring about a small god sovereign? And it was 3 Beyond the Shore beings working together to help Lin Mohan become a god sovereign. What is Lin Mohan's true identity? The Shu family ancestor continued, the Sword Orchid god sovereign is about to step into the Beyond the Shore. This was another heavy blow. Lin Mohan not only had 3 Beyond the Shore beings supporting her but also had a master about to become a Beyond the Shore being. Her status seemed even more noble than Bai Binger's. Bai Binger forced a smile. When I said talk, I really meant talk. I'll invite her for a drink. The Shu family ancestor snorted, that's for the best. Among the 4 domain lords, Zhu Tian knew the most. He knew that Lin Moyu and Lin Mohan were siblings. The Shu family ancestor had just said that the Saint Sovereign and Lin Moyu were equals. Now hearing about Lin Mohan, Zhu Tian couldn't help but speculate. It's not because of Lin Mohan's status or the Sword Orchid god sovereign's impending breakthrough. It's more likely because of Lin Moyu. It's because of Lin Moyu that Saint Hao and the others helped Lin Mohan break through to god sovereign. What is so special about Lin Moyu? Why is this happening? He had asked Zhu Qiwudi about it before, but Zhu Qiwudi didn't reveal anything, so Zhu Tian had to give up. In the arena, 2 more beacons appeared. The 2 beacons appeared almost simultaneously, with no difference in timing. One beacon pointed to Qing Fei, and the other to Shui Xilin. Both had obtained tokens. This made others even more anxious, and the sense of urgency increased. 5 of the 16 tokens had already appeared. Lin Moyu had 3, Qing Fei and Shui Xilin each had 1, leaving 11 tokens for 13 contestants. The competition became even fiercer. Dongfang Zi crossed tens of millions of kilometers and finally saw a giant beast. Upon seeing the giant beast, Dongfang Zi understood how to obtain the tokens. Wei Bowen also finally found a giant beast. Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang teamed up, locked onto a target, and quickly advanced. The prompt from the Human Emperor network appeared repeatedly, each time accompanied by a guiding marker, indicating the location of the token. Lin Mo Yu had already found the location of the last token, and the skeleton general was on its way there. In just one day, 15 out of 16 tokens had already appeared. The last token was about to appear, and Lin Mo Yu had already found its location. With 6 tokens in his possession, he was about to obtain the 7th one. Once he had 7 tokens, he only needed to find the corresponding stone tablet to be transported to the second level, where 6 contestants would be eliminated and unable to enter. However, Lin Mo Yu found it strange that Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang had not obtained any tokens. With their strength, dealing with minor divine beasts should not have been a problem. Moreover, with Zhuang Bai's intelligence, it was unlikely that he couldn't figure out the correct way to obtain the tokens. Suddenly, a guiding marker disappeared. At the same time, the prompt from the Human Emperor network sounded in everyone's ears. Contestant number 2 has entered the second level, asterisk. Cheng Fei had entered the second level. Lin Mo Yu was not surprised. Entering the second level first could provide an advantage. He could have left earlier, but he had some matters to attend to. 10 minutes after Cheng Fei entered the second level, another guiding marker disappeared. Contestant number 11 has entered the second level, asterisk. Shui Xilin had also entered the second level. Shui Xilin, ranked 11th among the top 16, did not have a particularly strong soul, but her special abilities allowed her to excel in this competition. Dongfang Zi watched this scene, like a meteor streaking across the sky. He quickly found the corresponding stone tablet, muttering to himself, Lin Mo Yu, it's not time for us to face off yet. Leaving a message only he could hear, Dongfang Zi activated the stone tablet and entered the second level. Contestant number 3 has entered the second level, asterisk. Contestant number 8 has entered the second level, asterisk. More and more contestants found the stone tablets and entered the second level, leaving fewer people in the third level. But Lin Mo Yu remained still. The 4 domain lords found it strange. Wu Da murmured, what is he trying to do? He should enter the second level as soon as possible to gain an advantage. As she spoke, she glanced at Zhu Tian. At this moment, his mood had improved. A contestant from the White Tiger Star had obtained a token and entered the second level. Among the top 16, the White Tiger Star had only 2 contestants, so having one enter the second level met the basic requirement. In contrast, the Azure Dragon Star had 4 contestants in the top 16, but only Cheng Fei had entered the second level. Proportionally, it was not as good as the White Tiger Star. Zhu Tian said, he's looking for someone. Looking for someone? Indeed, Lin Mo Yu's released skeletons seemed to be searching for someone. Over 2,000 skeletons were flying around the arena. Yi Qingshan whispered, he's looking for Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang, contestants number 4 and number 5. Zhu Tian said, he and Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang are friends. Wu Da chuckled, someone's in trouble. Wu Da was in a particularly good mood. The 2 contestants from the Black Tortoise Star had already entered the second level. As he spoke, his gaze fell on Yi Qingshan. Not only him, but Zhu Tian and Bai Binger also looked at Yi Qingshan. Among the 7 people remaining in the third level, 3 were from the Azure Dragon Star, 3 from the Vermilion Bird Star, and 1 from the White Tiger Star. However, all 7 tokens were in Lin Mo Yu's possession. If they wanted to enter the second level, they had to get the tokens from Lin Mo Yu. Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang followed the guiding markers, flying towards Lin Mo Yu's location. Behind them, 3 contestants from the Azure Dragon Star were chasing them. Lin Mo Yu finally found Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang and understood their situation. He transformed into a stream of light and rushed towards them. Soon, they met. Chu Shang shouted, Junior brother Lin, we finally found you. Lin Mo Yu glanced at them, why are you so badly injured? At this moment, Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang were in bad shape, severely injured. Especially Chu Shang, who had 4 fist-sized holes in his abdomen, front and back. Blood was still flowing, and his internal organs were shattered. The wounds were imbued with sharp claws, preventing the body from healing. Although the physical body was not crucial for a god king, severe injuries would significantly reduce combat power. Zhuang Bai was also injured but looked better than Chu Shang. As Lin Mo Yu spoke, he released 2 laws. The law of immortality, carrying a powerful life force, fell on them. The life force quickly expelled the foreign laws from Chu Shang's body and began healing the wounds. Zhuang Bai said, we were ambushed. Chu Shang looked at the 3 people chasing them, 3 bastards ambushed us while we were dealing with a giant beast. But they didn't get away unscathed. In the end, they didn't get the token either. Zhuang Bai quickly explained the situation. They had found a giant beast and, after a fierce battle, were about to kill it when 3 people from the Azure Dragon Star ambushed them. The Azure Dragon Star's attack power was the highest among the 4-star domains. In the sudden attack, Chu Shang was severely injured, and Zhuang Bai was also hurt. However, they did not give up and fought back, preventing the Azure Dragon Star from taking advantage. Unexpectedly, a contestant from the Divine City appeared, quickly killed the giant beast, and took the token. The person was so fast that the Azure Dragon Star contestants couldn't catch up and turned their anger on Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang. Injured and outnumbered, Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang retreated. As more contestants entered the second level, only Lin Mo Yu remained. Zhuang Bai knew Lin Mo Yu was looking for them, so he and Chu Shang came to find him. They trusted Lin Mo Yu's abilities. The three contestants from the Azure Dragon Star arrived quickly. Before they could stabilize, they shouted, "Lin Mo Yu, hand over the tokens. If you don't hand over the tokens, you won't leave today." Before they could finish speaking, their expressions changed dramatically. Not good. Defend. A large number of skeletons appeared around Lin Mo Yu, surrounding them almost instantly. Then, dazzling sword energy engulfed them, attacking fiercely. Hundreds of skeleton generals, each as strong as a minor god, attacked simultaneously, and the sword energy swallowed them. Lin Mo Yu moved too quickly, not asking for explanations or giving them a chance to speak. With Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang's words, there was no need for further discussion. Amid the sword energy, screams echoed. 3 azure dragons flew out, breaking through the sword energy and fleeing quickly. The 3 were severely injured in an instant, covered in wounds. If they stayed, they would die. Lin Mo Yu's mind moved, and the skeleton generals quickly pursued. In the third level, 200 more skeleton generals were roaming, and they joined the chase. Zhuang Bai and Chu Shang watched in amazement. After a few seconds, Chu Shang gave a thumbs up. "Junior brother Lin, you're amazing." Zhuang Bai smiled. "Junior brother Lin always surprises us." A small effort. "Senior brothers, follow me." Lin Mo Yu released the law of immortality again, healing them as he led them to the nearest stone tablet.